Okay, so we're going to talk about what happens with a function when it's decreasing, constant, and increasing, and different things that could come from that. Well, if you look at a graph, um, we describe it as decreasing when its slope is going down, or slope is negative. If your slope is negative, f is decreasing. So that would be, again, going down and to the right. Your slope is going to be constant if your slope is 0. Okay, so, or your graph will be constant if slope is 0. So if slope is 0, f is constant, at least for that time. And then kind of one of the last things would be, what happens if I'm going up and to the right? Well, you say if your slope is positive, f is increasing. And it's really that simple. If y is going up as x goes up, it's increasing. If y is going down as x goes up, it is decreasing. And if y is doing nothing when x is going up, it is constant. And this ties into our next part, which is going to have to do with relative maxima and relative minima. Basically, you want to look at your slope, and you want to look at, think about it as hills and valleys. A hiker, who's walking along, is going to be walking, if you're walking down a hill, you're decreasing and then going up. Okay, so you go a negative slope to a positive slope. At any point in time, if you are walking down and then go up, you have reached what is a relative minima. So at some point, it's the smallest area of a little snapshot. So think of it, it doesn't have to be the smallest value of the whole picture, just the smallest value of some snapshot that you can make. And really, it's got to have a dip. So it's got to have points above it, and it's got to have all the points in a particular area have to be above it, and it has to be in the middle. Right? It's not allowed to be at the end. So this would be a relative minima. Now, if I'm walking along and I run into a place that has, if I'm going up and then down, so if I've got a positive slope and then a negative slope, well, that creates what we have as a relative maxima. So I'm going up and then down, and basically I can make a picture with my point somewhere in the middle where every other point is below it. That is what a relative maxima would be. And obviously these things can kind of keep going back and forth and back and forth, and you can see that over here I'm going from a negative slope going down to a positive slope going up, and so on and so forth, right? Going up with a positive slope, going down with a negative slope. So positive slope to negative means going up to down. Obviously I've reached the top of a hill, and if I'm going down and then up, obviously I've gotten to the bottom of something. So that's really what a relative minima and maxima are.